The college basketball experience previewed picks episode for Wednesday, January 15th. The Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Sign up. And when you do, sign up with the promo code TCESGPN to claim your 50% deposit bonus up to $1,000. Once again, UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code TCESGPN.
This is Martin Cleese, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Yes, yes, yes. Welcome to the college basketball experience preview and picks episode for good old Wednesday, January 15th. And youtube.com/the college experience. Hit that like and subscribe button. It's been a wacky and wild day. Destroyed again today. But it's easy to see a tide turn with this late window. With this late window coming in to save my ass a little bit. I was convinced that it was just it was going to be another tough night. I was ready to bitch and moan, and then
I think tide turning. As I remember, I was raised in the desert, but tides kind of it's easy to see a tide turn. Did I say those words?
Did I say those words? Folks, if you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Database Dan, aka Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
I smoke and I drink, and I don't have stress, and I'm healthy.
I am healthy when I'm watching 20,000 games at once. It's just fantastic. Very excited about tomorrow's card too. I am joined by my co-host. He is the host of the Big 12 College Experience. He is the host of the Ryan and Rush Show. Hopefully you caught him on the pregame show, everyday pregame show, College Basketball Experience. Make sure you check it out. Give it up for former video coordinator for Hall of Fame coach Bob Huggins and Frank Martin, Ryan McIntyre, a.k.a. Moneyline Mac. How are you, brother?
I'm doing good. Had a winning night. Big 12 After Dark came through. Let's go.
Mac tonight. Come on, make it Mac tonight.
Yeah, I mean, just a wild and wacky day. I think you still did much better than me, but just a fun day of hoops. Some crazy shit happening early on, and it started on a game I did not bet, but I still want to get every game right. So I was mad despite having $0 on the line here. Xavier 69, Villanova 63. Mac did hit this, so I mean it's a free show. Boom. But boy, do I think Villanova was the better team tonight. But Cinta Center, like you said, in text, your thoughts on this one.
Cinta Center got him over the finish line. The N1-3 and then another 3 back-to-back 7-point turn around the 3-minute mark, and they made the free throw. Xavier finally popped up and got a big one at home. So good win for Xavier back-to-back.
They pulled this win out of their ass.
I know.
I mean,
if Villanova misses the tourney, you can kind of look back on that game and be
yes.
Gave that game away.
Yes. Great watch, though. Fun watch. Shout out to the Musketeers for getting it done. Then we had a double lock on the Bowling Green Falcons. Cruised on in 79-61 against these Blue Bulls, the Buffalo Bulls. I mean, I didn't watch that game. I didn't watch 1 second of that game. Did you?
I tuned in for a couple minutes just to make sure that the cover was gonna stay, and it never got like below like 15. So good win for the Falcons.
Yeah.
The other team's awful. They're fucking terrible.
How did that program fall off so hard, man? How did that program fall off that hard? Now,
Buffalo.
I know I'm known if you talk, if I walk through Manhattan or something, some people will say, pick Dundee. Is that Big West specialist motherfucker? Yeah. But I think I should be adding Maction aficionado to all this because nailed Miami, Ohio minus the points against Northern Illinois. Didn't bet this, but I mean, still got it right. And then we did bet, and this was way more. This didn't need to get this sweaty. This didn't need to get this sweaty, but it did. But double lock on the Toledo Rockets, getting 7.5 or 8, depending on whatever number you got. But whew, they lose by 7. Your thoughts on this one? Toledo almost fucked us here.
Yeah, what were they up like 13.5?
Up like the whole game. The whole game, I feel like 70% of this game, Toledo was up, and they almost blew the cover.
God, that was had to get a layup at the end to fucking cover. That was brutal. Good win, Akron, and hey, we got a showdown. We'll talk about the other team here in a minute. Big one Friday night in the MAC. Ohio, Akron, 4-0.
Western Michigan. Drilled Kent State. We were on the Broncos and the points. Max specialists we are. However, we did take Eastern Michigan. We didn't bet any of these, but Eastern Michigan got drilled by Central. You bet Eastern?
I fell for it. I said, come on. You're getting 7.5 in a rivalry game. I will and then as soon as they started going down, I go, why do I ever bet any of these sorry ass Michigan teams other than Michigan State? I hate this state. Horrible fucking state. I hate these teams. Eastern Michigan, blow up your program. That is pathetic. You can't cover 8 against Central Michigan. You're terrible. Western Michigan win at Kent State, by the way. How did that happen?
Yeah. I feel like out of all the Michigan directional schools, I think Western's turning the corner more than the other two right now.
Yeah.
Now they still look like shit 2 games ago, but Ohio. Did you bet Ohio?
I did. I love the.
There we go. Man. They drilled Ball State. Did not bet this. They actually took Ball State plus the 11, I think it was, or 10.5. So we kind of killed it on Maction play. But we need to talk about this one, man, because Mike Schwartz, you motherfucker, and anyone that had the under in this game, hilarious end of the game as ECU hits a half court shot. Past half court, like 5 feet past half court. Dude, ECU had a 6-point halftime lead. They kind of were up, I would say.
Yeah.
67. I'm going to say 70% of this game they were in. This has been a staple of Mike Schwartz to me.
Yeah.
Like his teams, I always am bothered by the offense. We just don't have any offense, but I can't tell you how many times ECU has been in over the past couple of years, ever since we got rid of Dooley. They've had a lead 3/4 of the game, but down the stretch, they can't create any offense, and the other team makes a run and gets it done. North Texas 69, ECU 60. Horse shit. Nice win for North Texas.
Yeah, I really thought 10 minutes ago we were gonna.
Oh, ECU was the right side.
Yeah,
they were the better team for majority of this game.
They wasn't a scoring drought from about the 15-minute mark to the 8. It was just couldn't throw it in the ocean. But good win, North Texas. I mean, that was the whole thing I was thinking about. Was I never laid points with North Texas on the road. They struggled to score, and they struggled to score again tonight. And ECU just they went through that drought. But hey, I'll make that. I make that bet every time. Take the home dog 3. But hey, they had the lead for 70% of the game, gave it away.
Yeah, but I will say ECU has a history of doing this.
Yeah.
So like, you can say, "Hey, Dundee, you're a fucking idiot," because ECU has done this a lot over the past 2 years. It was the right side, and any team that's up 70 or 80% of the game, it's the right side, in my opinion, even if it doesn't hit. Like Villanova was up 70 to 80% of the game tonight.
Yeah,
I know Xavier had an early 10-point lead, I think, in the first couple of minutes of the game, but yeah, I didn't bet that game, but I'm just saying, where would you draw the line on the team that should have won? Like how much do you have to be up in the game to say like that was the right side?
I mean, anytime you got the dog and they're winning for a lot of the game, I feel like that is the right handicap. I mean, basketball is such a high variance sport that crazy shit can happen and then momentum can be lost. But hey, you know what? If you bet dogs and they're winning 75% of the game, you're going to hit a lot more than you lose. I can guarantee you that. So, like I said, I don't regret making that one. It was.
The only regret is ECU does it that often. So it's like we could be idiots on that regard. Like it's a very common thing for ECU to blow a lead, especially at the Coliseum there, and lose after being up, majority of the game.
Well, and I mean, they literally just did this against FAU. It was the same exact line. They covered Temple, same thing. Like they play in these crazy one-score games at home.
Yeah, no, but I mean that's why I think you should be fired personally, because like you can't do that. I think like they should move on and find a different coach, because like this is an opportunity. You look pretty damn good at Memphis the game before, right? And you clearly have a little bit of talent there to even play with Memphis and North Texas. It's clearly a more talented team than say 10 years ago or 7 years ago or something, but you're just not able to execute. So.
I mean, real quick. I mean, Brandon is obviously trolling in the chat, saying much better team. Is Alabama the better team? Is Florida the better team in quote? That's the stupidest handicap strategy. That's how you get your ass beat betting, if you just bet on the better team and better record.
Yeah, San Jose State is not going to make the NCAA tournament. New Mexico will.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like,
biggest thing ever. I mean, hey, congrats on your win, but if you bet favorites and they trail for 75% of the game, don't count that you're going to win more than you lose. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah. We ate a pile of shit on St. Louis as well. Siegel Center. Got him. Yeah, I had this game. Watch this entire game. Yeah. VCU is just a monster at home, dude.
I know. I probably underestimated the environment once again. I just thought the number was too big and St. Louis could make enough shots to stay within that, but I never thought that they were going to win. But I don't know, probably the too cute play of the night. Should have just laid it with VCU. Yeah.
DePaul, Marquette. There were a lot of haters on our pick last night.
Marquette turned DePaul.
Yeah. But we nailed this cover. It goes to overtime. And really, I don't think I'm curious your thoughts on this. I thought it was a block.
I did. I thought it was a block. That shit ended in regulation.
I think he got it before it hit the backboard. This game was a very fun watch. If DePaul doesn't get a backcourt violation, you fucking idiots. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like that was that was some like third grade basketball right there. Dude, this is just an obvious. Shaka Smart anytime he's a double digit dog. I can't, double digit favorite. Ever since he was at VCU to Texas, and I like Shaka. I think he's a great coach, but he's just not a good coach, or he's just not a good guy to bet on. He's a great coach when they're big time favorites. The style of play, I would say it's similar to Tony Bennett in a way.
Well, his coaching style is such a rah, like fiery, pump everybody up like that. You're not going to be pumping people up when you're 15-point favorite at DePaul. Like you can't really rely on emotion. Like you can do that when you're playing UConn and you're a 3-point underdog at home. That's when Shaka's at his best. But yeah, you're right. He's not good in these spots.
He's a great coach. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm I'm not giving him the shorts treatment here, but he's just it's like Tony Bennett to me. Tony Bennett is a double-digit favorite. You're like, ugh. So I played 4 money lines today, and I felt good about all 4. But boy, did I get my ass kicked on this first one. Syracuse.
Oh, this fucking plays all.
Syracuse loses by 24. Okay, he's got to be fired, right? There's no way. There's no way you give him a third year, right?
It's only year 2.
There's no way. There's no way, right? Like,
bro, what, is Louisville ever gonna fucking come back down to earth? They're fucking playing out of their minds right now.
I know this was a conversation that we've had previously on episodes, but Autry's another one of these guys that got promoted from within because he was like the top assistant.
When are they going to learn? When are they going to learn? Yeah, they suck. Terrible play. But
Louisville's won 7. Louisville might fuck around and
red hot. Oh yeah, I think they're going. Man.
Have you seen their schedule? Their schedule is the ACC is a fucking joke. I don't think that I'm being a hater this year saying that. Other than Duke, that league is some ass.
Hold on, I'm gonna run through this right now.
They're gonna be favored in like every game.
Virginia at SMU,
December 26th, and we're like, this is the easiest schedule, but they already have the loss to Duke, and they don't play them again. So they probably can't win the conference.
We should have taken that 50. What was it? What was their future at the time?
I didn't want to because they already lost to Duke and they don't play him again. And so
they're going to lose at Notre Dame. They're going to lose to either NC State or Notre Dame. Probably Notre Dame. And that'll be their only other loss of the season.
That'll get you in, I think.
That will get you in, I think. Maybe SMU. They're at SMU. I could see that being dicey.
Yeah, true. They probably can lose 3 more?
Yeah, I think they're going to get in, dude. If you could find a book for them to get to the NCAA tournament.
What a concept. Invest in a good mid-major coach that's a proven winner. Invest in your program. Hey, and you can flip it in a year.
You really can, especially nowadays with the portal and everything. Yeah. But, I ate shit on my money line play of Syracuse, but the only thing to get me back in the mix was a money line play on the Ole Miss Rebels. I got to thank you here for this one. I mean, I was definitely going to take the points, and I did, but I feel like some of the shit you said last night about this game and making them feel uncomfortable. 74-64. The Rebs go into Tuscaloosa and get it done. Your thoughts on this one? Double lock, by the way.
I got a lot of hate when I said Chris Beard is easily a top 10 college basketball coach in the country. He might be a top 5, dude. He's making Ole Miss look like it did at Texas Tech already in year 2. And, when he's got Mark Adams to run his defense.
He left ECU, by the way.
Yeah, he did. They look like Texas. They look like his team's at Texas Tech, man. They fucking guard. They play hard, and he's got Brian Berg, who was a head coach back from back on his staff at Texas Tech. It looks like the Texas Tech band's back together. They're just in Oxford, Mississippi. What a fucking win! They controlled that game.
Unfortunately, the Mark Adams impact at ECU didn't really make too much of an impact there.
We all thought he was a lesbian. That's why.
It just is crazy.
We're like, wait, who is that guy? Should we listen to this guy or not? Does this guy know basketball?
It's crazy to look back on like when they all were together at Texas Tech, how good they were. Then they all went their separate ways. They all had a dust up, a falling out, like in a different form or fashion. Now they're back, got the band back together in Oxford. Dude, I got to look at their schedule. They could go deep in March.
How long do they stay together in Oxford? Oxford's the perfect place.
It is the perfect place.
You can get away with a lot down there. Yes. Yeah, it's just a dust up. What are you talking about? He didn't hit her.
Yeah. So how long does this keep going here?
He slipped.
Yeah. The police don't even get called, man. All right. Folks, want to tell you the college basketball experience is part of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. Yes, we are. Get the SGPN app for easy, instant access to all of our picks and podcasts. We're also brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Yes, playoffs. We're talking about playoffs. You bet we are. Get in on the action of DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the National Football League. Scoring touchdowns is the key to winning in the playoffs, and you can score big by betting on all of them at DraftKings, the number one place to bet touchdowns. Ready to place your first bet, perhaps? Try betting on something simple like a player to score a touchdown. Go to DraftKings Sportsbook app and make your pick. New DraftKings customers can bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use the promo code SGP. Once again, that's code SGP for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
All right, we are back plus 380. If you're wondering,
hey, I got a perfect spot for Mark Adams' next shop, Southern Miss.
Oh, he would kill it there.
He would be great at Southern.
He would kill it there, dude. or ECU. Maybe you go and hire, bring him back home. Let's go. Yeah. That's not home though. That's not home. Where are we at next? I took the money line on Mississippi State too. That was a bad play. Bad play as they got drilled. What did they shoot from? I stopped paying attention after the first half. They couldn't hit anything. 3 for 24 from 3. 3 for 24 from 3.
I hold Chris Jans and I respect him as one of the best coaches in the country. I thought their game plan was dog shit tonight. I don't know. Yeah. I thought they just gave up 90 plus to Kentucky. They were going to come in and guard their fucking asses off, drag it in the mud. They tried to get in a track meet with Auburn, and it was like, what?
Which is normally not his thing, too, I feel like.
Yeah, I know that they're scoring more this year, but your identity is still what Ole Miss did to Alabama tonight. Drag it in the mud, punch them in the mouth, and dictate the tempo. They did everything the opposite of what I thought they would do, and you knew that shit was over within 10 minutes. I was like, I was like, nah.
Especially in that arena. It was very foolish of me to I bet the points, I bet the money line. I had that in a fucking parlay. Terrible.
Egg bowl on Saturday.
I'm excited for that. I am excited for that. I also ate shit on Texas A&M against Kentucky. Kentucky 81, A&M 69. For a second, I thought I was going to steal this.
Yeah.
Shout out to Big Blue Nation. Did you bet this?
I had Kentucky. We battled on this.
Oh, I thought we battled on a few other ones.
No, I had Kentucky. It's people remember when I take Kentucky because it doesn't happen very often.
That's true. You get those hecklers.
I hate Kentucky and I hate UConn. When I take them, everybody's like, "What the fuck's going on here?" I was with you in the first half. I was like, A&M is punking Kentucky. They just were winning every 50-50 ball, but they just ran out of gas. They couldn't make a shot. Mark Pope 3-1. The other guy, not 3-1.
You brought me into this bullshit, all right? And you solely are responsible.
Hey, I gave you Ole Miss.
You did. You gave me Ole Miss money line. I was on Ole Miss in the points. You gave me Ole Miss money line, which was a fucking sweet payout. But you also gave me Mike Woodson.
Oh
God.
Fire me like Mike Woodson. That shit. How much of this game did you watch?
I mean, I don't know, half. Bits and pieces. 8 TVs that were on, but I just stopped paying attention. It got to double digits pretty early on. So I was like, yeah, let me just. I was focusing my attention to the other. I was watching way more of Toledo, Akron, and some of these other games or whatever the fuck else was on at the time, even like Belmont, Valpo.
At least those teams try, unlike Indiana.
Yeah. How do you do this at Indiana? How does Indiana fuck this up so much?
Do you see that was their largest loss at home?
Ever?
I believe so.
No way.
It was either largest or second largest. There was a bunch of different tweets of facts and trends about it. But yeah, it was pretty bad.
I will say, not to defend Mike Woodson, he sucks. These guys are getting paid a lot of money to just lay down. That, like, at some point, I mean, if we're going to pay these guys like pros, we need to treat them like pros. No, you're fine. You're fucking fired. Like, this Ballo shit, him just walking around out of shape.
16 points, 15 boards.
Yeah, I will say, I have always called him a walking double-double. No. I've always called him a walking double-double.
Yeah, he literally walked into a double-double.
Correct. Quite literally walking double-double.
As it came to him.
He doesn't need to try, and he'll get a double-double. And it doesn't matter if it's the Big 10 or the Big 12.
And I'll tell you what, he gave up about 50 points in pick and roll tonight because he was sitting in his lawn chair at the Big 10 logo in the middle eating his bag of chips. He was awful. He's terrible in defensive.
How did they not get it? Like, I was thinking about this the other day. It was like, just, I feel like they want to win a lot more than other schools. It's almost like they have like Auburn shit going on. You know what I mean? Like in football, like Auburn football shit. Yeah.
People are shitting on him right now. I mean, I don't know how much of this discourse is actually going on, but I mean, there were quite a few rumors and murmurs that, you know, half of this roster that was put together was not Woodson, that he wouldn't get his ass off the golf course to recruit. So it was a lot. It was
just a dumb hire from the start, though, man. And I got nothing against Mike Woodson. Yeah,
costing money to some of the best players in the portal, and they just kind of
probably could have got Beard from Texas Tech at the time, but they went with Woodson.
At least they got some guards this year, but the team effort just isn't there.
You know what's crazy? Mike Woodson's actually been one of the better NBA hires. That's how bad they have fucking been. He at least has got into 2 NCAA tournaments when Archie didn't get to any. He just it's just the NBA shit does not work in college. I don't know. I'd say it over and over and over again. And I'm not being a hater on the NBA. It's just a different game. It's a different work ethic. It's
like a different sport in a way.
Different sport.
Yeah.
If you're tossing out, he's actually not been that bad. Put some respect on Juwan Howard's name. Elite 8, baby.
It's true. It's true.
You got to be pretty bad to get fired when you went to the fucking Final Four, the Fab Five.
Belmont Valpo. What did we call that at last night? I didn't bet this. So Belmont hit
the hook.
Too bad I didn't bet him. This was painful. This was a battle between me and you. This is the one that stood out. So excuse me if I forgot A&M and Kentucky. Wichita and Charlotte. Fuck off.
You said I forgot A&M and Kentucky because you're thinking of Wichita and Charlotte.
This was so frustrating. This was to me like the worst beat of the night for me. Was this game right here. You know, Wichita, it was within that number a lot of the game, but they did have it up there to like 14, 15. So I thought, okay, it's sitting at 9.5. I think I'm in decent shape because it was more so the second half when they were up double digits. But no, of course, they don't. Charlotte elects not to foul, and Wichita just dribbles out the fucking clock. Disgusting. Charlotte covers by a half a point. Fuck out of here. Your thoughts on this one?
They even called a timeout not to foul. I didn't know if you noticed that.
I did. Dude, but there was more time on the clock. There was more time on the clock than the Texas game, though.
Well, yeah, the Texas-Tennessee one we'll never see. We'll never see a team not foul only down 4 with 6 seconds in college.
Yeah. Then hey, UTSA Rice nailed this one. Just didn't bet it.
Good game.
Yeah. And then let's get to St. John's because Clark
pushed.
Clark. I'm starting to really buy it. Could Georgetown make the tournament this year, Mac? I know they lost tonight, but still, they only lost by 5. They're up a lot of this game.
From the eye test, definitely. Now, let me take a look at their resume because I know they did play that dog shit non-con other than at West Virginia. What are they in the net? No, what do you think? They're 68 in the net. It's going to be tough. They probably got to go about 13-5 in the Big East.
Yeah, it's tough because the Big East isn't really going to help them.
I know.
There's not many
they got to beat
huge wins that you're going to be able to pick up. You got to
They
get
could
one.
beat the Johnnies in DC. They could beat the Johnnies in DC.
You got to not even the Johnnies though. Like UConn's going to move the needle. Quad 1 win. Marquette's a quad 1 win for sure. You got to get one of those two at your building in like a letdown spot. Beat them. Then you get onto the bubble here. Yeah, I know. They already missed on 2 of them, I think. But the good news is they don't really have a bad loss. There's not really a blemish on the resume to this point.
Well, losing to Notre Dame at home by 20 was not ideal.
Not ideal, no. But Notre Dame, if they play,
yeah.
Notre Dame, I have some faith of at least not falling off the face of the earth here. So,
dude, I love the young big Sorber. He's tough. I thought tonight finally the Johnnies, big fellas inside and all that size and physicality would finally catch up with them because they had just played UConn and Marquette. Nah, Cooley had those dudes ready to go tonight. They should have won.
Yeah, they were they outplayed St. John's.
Yeah.
Nice call for you here on the Panthers of Northern Iowa drilling Evansville by 17. And then we followed it up with a double lock on Crichton against Providence. 84-64. Blue Jays. Providence is fucking terrible.
Oh, they suck. Speaking of coaching matters, Providence is starting to look like Georgetown. Georgetown's looking like the old Providence now that Ed Cooley and Kim English kind of did a little switcheroo here.
Yeah, now we did eat a pile of shit on SEMO. Did you catch the ending of this game, by the way?
No, I saw it get really close. What happened?
Full court press, man. Little Rock could not get the ball in. They could not get the ball. Like the ball, if there was another minute in this game, SEMO was going to win by 10. They were getting drilled, and then they went to the full court press too late. Little Rock did not know how to get the ball up the fucking court. Little Rock wins by 2. We eat a pile of shit there. We also ate a pile of shit here, and this one I knew I knew this was in the cards. Now I also knew that they were capable of winning this because of Boise's history, but I knew that it's a wild play. I just thought like we could lose by 100 or we could win the game. Turns out we lost by 100. So this game was over early. Boise wins by 41. I'm not mad at this. Because I knew that this was a chance that this happened.
Hey, cheers to Wyoming and Indiana. Sweat free. Don't have to think about it.
Well, I just knew I had taken Wyoming a couple times over the past couple of years on the road, and they sometimes get absolutely fucking murdered on the road. So I knew there was a shot at this, but I also thought Boise kind of takes games off sometimes. So like I like Leon Rice, but I think there's one thing that his teams do is they always get beat by a team that they have no business, winning the game in Boise a lot of times. But no, they destroyed them. And then So
I pulled up Georgetown's resume just because I wanted to double check and make sure this was correct. What I am surprised about is that currently the road games at Villanova, Xavier, and Creighton are all quad 1 games currently. However, I don't really trust that any of those teams can avoid like the pitfalls in the Big East, like a Seton Hall, Providence, DePaul. Losses to those teams would kill Georgetown's opportunities. But like I said, just the one quad 3 loss to Notre Dame. There's not really a bad loss here. They're 0-4 in quad 1, so they got to get one or two of these. But they're 2-0 in quad 2. So when most of the time those two get combined, you're going to have probably 4 quad 1, quad 2 wins on that resume, hopefully. And that record's no worse than 4-8, 4-9. That's a tournament team with only one iffy loss. That's a tournament team. Because last year, the bubble, we had like teams with 2 or 3 quad 3 losses. Last year, Memphis was on the bubble forever with that type of resume because they had good non-conference wins and then bad in-conference losses. So Georgetown's probably going to be there till the end.
Let's go Hoyas. Folks, want to tell you the college basketball experience is brought to you by Stake.us. Yes, SGPN has partnered up with America's ultimate social casino, Stake.us. Stake.us is a free-to-play social casino available in most states, including California, Texas, and Georgia. All your favorite games are there, and you can even play with live dealers. How about that? Use the promo code SGPN at sign up and get 250K gold coins, which can be used for the free-to-play games, and $25 stake cash can be played with and redeemed for real cash. Stake.us promo code SGPN. That's stake, STAKE.us promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Yes, Underdog Pick'em is one of the biggest menus for all of sports, and Underdog's always making it easier to win with profit boost and gimme pick'ems. There's college hoops, there's college football, there's NBA, NFL, MLB, NHL, MMA, NASCAR, everything. So sign up, and when you do, sign up with the promo code TCESGPN to claim your special pick plus first time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus cash. UnderdogFantasy.com promo code TCESGPN. All right, we are back, and we are ready to go on. Well, I will blame you on this one too. Florida.
Oh God.
What?
I know.
Missouri 83, Florida 82.
This was going to come though. Highest ranking the program has had in like a few years.
But at
that was
home to Mizzou.
That was supposed to happen at Bud Walton against Arkansas.
Yeah, I agree.
Losing at home
after the game. It was a game after the game.
Losing at home to Missouri is a much worse look, but it was still kind of that spot because once the rankings came out, then you're probably looking at that shit. And you have a slow start like tonight. The second half, they were lights out. Missouri couldn't score. But they were even missing free throws. Missouri was the better team today. Disappointing, but kind of expected. So, how
about Dennis Gates? That's a fucking.
He's a good coach.
Yeah, he did a good job at Cleveland State.
So, what's the best win in college basketball this year so far? That's up there. At the O-Dome is a great fucking win. They also have a win against Kansas.
Yeah.
Ole Miss at Alabama was.
Yeah, that's up there too. DePaul almost got one. DePaul almost got one tonight.
They were at home. Like the 2 road wins are definitely better.
For DePaul. That was a fucking Marquette crowd, man. Did you watch that game?
Yes, Marquette.
That was a Marquette crowd for sure. Yeah,
they always take over that place. DePaul doesn't have any fans, so
what's going on? Come on, Capper, invite your fucking friends out. What's going on here?
For real. They need to pull the Minnesota Vikings and buy the tickets. That way, the Marquette can't do it.
With Kansas State double lock, they did still lose. Glad I almost bet the money line on this fucking game. 61-57. They get the cover though. Your thoughts on this one, buddy?
The game is exactly what I thought it would be. Both teams desperate as hell, coming off losses. Need the game, and K-State finds a way to lose another one. Good win, Texas Tech. 2 good friends. They know each other well.
This was the stinky line of the night. Clemson 70, Georgia Tech 59. We dove into the stink, but this line, this one was, I had no analysis besides just the line doesn't make sense. It's like Clemson's way better at everything. Damon Stoudemire's a terrible coach, and the line just didn't make sense. It was 4.5 when we called on the show last night, right? Or 4, one of the two.
Yeah.
And it just didn't make sense to me. The stink pays off again. Miami got drilled by Duke by 1,000. I watched like 3 minutes of this game and I was like, okay.
I didn't watch 1 minute of this
Let
game.
me put this on something else.
When did Duke play Carolina? I ain't watching another Duke game. Those fucking Duke games are boring as fuck.
You also brought me into Wisconsin. I was going to sit this one out. You said
20.5.
Wisconsin 70, Ohio State 68. Good God.
The fuck did they not cover? They're 20 at halftime.
Yeah. But hey, we did have a little fun here. Dundee on LSU, Mac on Arkansas. How about this game? LSU red hot to end the game. Buddy, let's talk. Bieniek, come in here. Let's talk about John Calipari.
Good win, LSU. Now let's have the discussion.
Yeah,
All
we'll
right.
get to LSU in a second.
I'm gonna tie Mac to a chair, shove him in front of a TV with Arkansas basketball. We're gonna force him to watch Arkansas games.
I watched this entire game.
I did
couldn't
too.
believe they lost. They went up like 7 in the second half. I go, oh, they got this. And then I'm just like, wow.
It's like a 14-0 run by LSU or something. Like,
he didn't call timeout. He's
Yeah.
just over there yelling at the referee. Like he doesn't coach anymore. He just yells at the referee and does
It's just hilarious that Mac bet on him again because
I'm going in on him on Saturday.
This is
At
like the
Mizzou?
third straight game.
At
This is like the
Mizzou?
third straight game that Max had the same analysis post game. All he doesn't coach. All he does is scream at the referee, and yet he still loses money on the Hogs.
while LSU was going on that run and basically stealing the game, I knew. Well, I just loaded up the schedule, and I was like, okay, they're at Missouri, home to Georgia, home to Oklahoma.
They're
Kentucky.
finishing in the bottom 4 of this conference.
They better start winning some of those home games. They better get Georgia and Oklahoma.
Watch him beat Kentucky. He's gonna beat Kentucky.
February 1st.
Yeah.
That game.
Spot.
Unbelievable. Yeah. Hilarious. We did cash on BYU. This got a little sweaty for a minute there. We were easing on in at halftime, 20-point lead. Didn't Oklahoma State cut this to 5? I feel like they cut it. Yeah, something like I was just like, no way, no fucking way.
It's 24. They were up in the first half.
This one, I was convinced we were cooked. When I got to like 5, like I said, I saw it at 4 or 5, and I was like, no fucking way. Then, who'd you take in this Air Force Nevada game?
You know who I took. What a fucking bum. Are you fucking kidding me? They were losing the entire game. I'm like, oh, they're 1-4 in league play. They're finally going to take it out on some bum team. Air Force, they're an Ivy League team. They were literally losing the entire game. And I'm just like watching Alford. I'm like, oh my God.
Does Steve Alford count as former NBA player, bad coach?
Oh my God. Like what Boise did to Wyoming is what Nevada should have done to Air Force tonight. Like the get right.
Yes. Agreed. Agreed.
God, how do you Air Force should have won. They gave this game away.
Yeah. What is Beeves talking about here? What's up with my guy Steve Alford? Well,
they have good players too.
I actually really thought this roster was coming into the preseason. I was at Mountain West Media Days, and I was just like, they have the most talented roster. Now I knew Dutcher would have San Diego State ahead of schedule, but
granted, they did lose the best pair of guards. Blackshear and Lucas were really good, but we still thought this team was one of the more talented rosters.
Frontcourt's loaded.
The only other one that I looked at the roster, because Colorado State's reloading, New Mexico to a certain extent was reloading. Boise brought back a lot, but they lost a couple guys. Boise was the only one that I think you could make the case for. Wyoming's breaking in a brand new head coach. Tim Miles got raided in the portal. at San Jose. Fresno's breaking in a brand new head coach. San Diego State lost a ton of production. UNLV is always a joke. So you just thought, man, everything's lining up. Steve Alford's team is the most talented to me. And I thought the Mountain West was going to have a down year compared to the previous 2 years. So shocking. And,
well, especially with the way they started. Remember them in Charleston?
Yeah.
Their only loss was a narrow loss to Vanderbilt. They beat the shit out of Oklahoma State. They beat VCU. Like they beat the shit out of South Dakota State, who's a really good mid-major.
Yeah.
Like they've shown that they can be good. They almost won at the Pit last week. But this is ridiculous right now.
Our play of the night though. And I know you did the pregame show. Hopefully you check out the pregame show every single day. Money Line Mac and Company killing it on the pregame show. And you haven't seen us touting this video. Plus 400 hit for us on the money line with San Jose State against New Mexico. 71-70. Tim Miles on that fucked up court. Got it done. This one, New Mexico got out to an early double-digit lead first 5-10 minutes of the game, but I still felt all right. Maybe the fact that New Mexico going 3 for 15 from 3, and I think that's let's go back to our conversation the other day. I think this New Mexico team is worse than last year's New Mexico team. I know you thought differently, but I feel like both these New Mexico teams probably lose a game like this. So I don't want to panic on that, but do you still buy into that?
I like them this year. I think they might have had 2 losses by now. They dropped games at the Pit last year. I just think that they're bigger and more physical this year. They were small. They were more flashy last year, in my opinion.
I feel like they can't shoot as good this year.
Last year they had 3 mouths to feed: Jalen House and Mashburn and Donovan Dent. This year there's only 1. And Donovan Dent's really good. So I think that is a little bit of a benefit as well.
Yeah. That game was fantastic. San Jose State's been a fucking darling of mine all year. Tim Miles, my boy.
He's a good coach.
He is a good coach. He's a good coach. And they get rated in the portal every fucking year.
Yeah.
And they just go back to the well.
Yeah.
USC double lock. You brought me into this.
Trojans.
Yeah. Trojan men. I mean, I felt like I was potentially going to bet this because it was just Iowa to LA. But you sold me on this. You sold me all the way here.
Those Iowa boys didn't know what to do out there in sunshine, LA.
The whole goddamn city's on fire.
Yeah. I was like, I want to go back to the snow. Musselman's slowly getting this team better. He's still a good coach. I know we overreacted. Everybody overreacted last year. We didn't overreact. He's gone to an Elite 8 and 2 Sweet 16s in the last 5 years. So he didn't forget how to coach.
Yep. And your Arizona Wildcats got it done. Shout out to David Matola who tagged me in this. I didn't bet Baylor, but I picked him. 81-70. You were right. The energy of the building, all the difference in this one.
Yep.
Arizona's still a phony ass team though.
Yeah. They I gotta see who they hit the road with. When did they play Kansas? We need to just hammer Kansas whenever they play there. Arizona's really good in that building, like you said, and this is a bad spot for Baylor. They're really banged up right now.
They're at Texas Tech on Saturday. And I tend to think I'll take the Red Raiders in that one, but that
should become a rivalry. Little
the desert rivalry. Yeah. I've been saying this for years on the football show.
Yeah.
All right.
Kansas hosts Arizona, the final game of the season, Saturday, March
8th. Whew. Also ate shit on Arizona State. Fucking losers. You come all the way back to tie it up. How about Keyshawn Hall?
Yeah.
Scoring 40 fucking points. You losers. How do you battle back and have the energy of that arena and then lose? Fucking Bobby Hurley, man. Does this to me every fucking year. What's up?
This hit me on the pregame show. This was Big Brother against Little Brother. Johnny Dawkins.
Oh, that's right.
Bobby Hurley. He knew how the bastard thinks.
That's true. That is true. He did.
It was a dookie battle there, the point guard.
Because I understand how the bastard thinks.
Yeah.
I taught him. Now I own one.
Good point. When I can't believe we missed that. See,
I know.
don't know.
I didn't hit me till today. I was like, damn, those are the two dookies.
Yeah. And he was an assistant.
Right.
Yeah.
They weren't all right, but they were better back then than this pussy version.
Yeah. Shout out to UCF. UCF has been better than I thought entering Big 12 play.
Yeah.
Like for kind of a shitty team in the AAC for a long time. In the CUSA. San Diego State 75, Colorado State 60. I felt great about this, but I felt even better when I saw Miles Bird banking in 40-footers.
That was like, crazy.
Okay, we're not losing. If that's flying, we're not losing this game. Your double lock there. I think that was one of my favorite play of the whole fucking night, if memory serves me correct. Your thoughts?
Yeah, great win. Sorry, I got Indiana, Illinois like highlights in the background. Ballo did hustle to shove that guy after the game. That was the most fight and hustle he showed all night. Was the cheap shot on the baseline on a dead ball. But great win, San Diego State.
Well, I don't get a brain bag.
He's such a fucking bomb. Great win, San Diego. I credit you. You were all over this one. I just tailed you.
I circled this like second. I don't even think the lines were out, and I was like, Colorado State's gonna. That's what it was. When Colorado State beat UNLV's ass in Fort Collins, I saw the next game was in San Diego, and I was like, San Diego State's gonna fuck them up. They're a little finesse team.
Yeah.
We'll see how the Colorado State's been playing better. I think they are ahead of schedule for Nico Medved, but still, love this one. Game balls. Let's get to it. Open up. Where are you going, Mac?
Well, we had two top 5 teams lose at home. I'll go Ole Miss for my first one, just because they won by double digits. That I never felt like that one was in doubt. Chris Beard got them dudes 4-0 in SEC play.
Yeah, and I'll go to my other money line play besides Ole Miss, San Jose State. Sparty, Tim Miles. Tim Miles is a hell of a nice guy. Let me just say, Mountain West Media Day, talked to all the coaches. All of them are cool for the most part. Tim Miles, though, great fucking guy. Super outgoing, cutting jokes. We're talking about all this other crazy shit. Just a great guy, man. I'm very happy for him because I think sometimes you look at the records, you'd be like, this guy's not. He's doing a great job there, considering how tough that gig is. So give me Sparty there. Where are you going, game ball 2?
I thought he did a good job at Nebraska. He did. Yeah. Missouri gets game ball. The other top 5 road win.
Yeah.
Well done, Dennis Gates.
Yeah, for sure. I think those are the 3 obvious ones right there. Let's go UCF.
Yeah.
Going into Tempe, Bobby Hurley with a phony ass fucking team yet again. But hey, Sun Devils. But UCF though, I mean, to jump up, like I said, they haven't been a basketball. I know they had the one team that played Duke in the tournament and should have beat Duke. Duke got a surprise. Duke got a nice whistle in that game. NC Nick, I hope you're listening to that. Still mad about that bullshit in the NCAA tournament. Zion. Yeah. Where's your next game ball?
Last night on the show, I think my exact quote was, I'm going to lock up either one of these Michigan schools, Western Michigan or Eastern Michigan. I'm the dumbass that took the wrong one. Western Michigan was sweat-free, and they went out right at Kent State. What?
Yeah, that's a huge win for them. That's a great win. Shout out to Zonar giving us $10. Another great winning night. Thanks to you guys. I'm an idiot and took the points with Miami, or it would have been better. This show's my favorite thing on the internet. Wow.
Cheers, brother.
Hey, there we go. That's bold. You could, there's a lot of shit on the internet. That's making me feel really good. There's a lot of
Colby's favorite thing on the internet is the account of people doing dumb shit.
I do watch a lot of. It was actually hilarious today. I was at Starbucks and there was a woman with like 3 kids in front of me in line. And you know how Starbucks has the refrigerator that you can get like the fruit and like apple juice and shit. It's kind of like a 7-Eleven built in. It's open for you to just, you don't have to open a door or anything.
Yep.
And this little girl is probably 3 or 4 years old, and she's like trying to talk to her mom, but her mom's paying attention to the other kids. And I'm behind her, but I'm on my phone, and I watch a video of a dude getting kicked in the face. Right. And I just start laughing, and I completely freak out this girl who thinks I was laughing at her. This little 3-year-old like looks back and like, and then I think she thought I was filming her. And I was like, no, I'm just watching some idiot get kicked in the face. I'm sorry. Anyway, nothing like terrifying. Nothing like terrifying of a 3-year-old. But
like, these guys got fucking problems.
I wanted to show her this guy getting hit in the face, but they
probably would have been alarmed that you were laughing at that because they're probably politically correct and soft.
Well, it's true. Even crazier was like behind my wife, and some were behind me though, but they weren't originally in line. So it doesn't work for me to be like, hey, I'm here with my wife and son. No, it just didn't work. So I looked like the maniac there, and I was like, no, I wanted to like kneel down and be like, look at this dude get kicked in the face. But it just didn't work out. So I'm definitely, probably on a list somewhere now.
Starbucks isn't exactly the crowd that likes that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true. Definitely on a list when I think about that. Yeah. It's like, look at this guy just get completely and I shared that video, by the way, at TCE on SGPN.
That was the one.
That was the one. And I was seeing it before I put the caption to it. It's like a guy's practicing. He's trying to kick the beer off his head. Yes. And he just completely kicks this dude right in the fucking face. And it's fantastic.
That was great.
It's everything that is good with the planet. Yeah. Anyway, where the fuck are we at? Oh, we did do I still have a game ball to give out?
Yeah, you have one.
I think I do. Let's go with the Illini. You went into Assembly Hall and you beat Mike Woodson. I mean, it's game ball, I guess. It's a tough place to win. Tough place to win.
Those two don't like each other. I mean, Illinois, Indiana, they've had some great battles.
Yeah. So anyway, those are our game balls. And now let's get to tomorrow's slate because it's pretty fire.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Did you hit the second ad?
Yeah, you gotta hit one.
I did, buddy. No, it's already been done. You better start thinking about yours.
I missed it then.
Well, not only you, Mac missed it too. You guys, glad to see you guys fucking paid attention here.
Another beer. I'll wait for story time.
Lehigh is in Boston, Massachusetts, taking on these Terriers in a big time Patriot League game. Last time they played, Lehigh won by 5 at the Case Gymnasium. I tend to think Boston will win by 5 this time. So give me Boston -3.5. Mac, what are you doing here?
Yeah, nothing like the good old Patriot League to start. I'm with you. I think Boston's a better team here. This was a classic last year in the Patriot League tournament. Lehigh got them on their home floor. Kind of like the bounce back here for Boston.
Yeah, my California parlay did hit, folks. I forgot to tout about that. See, I start telling these fucking Starbucks stories. Start forgetting my whole goddamn agenda. That did hit. Now the Mississippi one, that ain't shit. But yeah, hopefully you tailed me on the California parlay. Why is this not a day game?
Well, it is 6 o'clock at least.
You got to go earlier.
It should be 5. 5 would be perfect.
Got to go earlier. Anyway, next up, Western Carolina is in Lexington, Virginia. What is this?
VMI's laying points.
VMI laying 3.5. The over under 147.5. I have to take, if it's a Saturday, I would take VMI, but give me the Cats.
Western Carolina's off their first win in league play.
Yeah, it will be their second too.
I'm going to take a stab, man. I'm going to lock a VMI.
What? Oh, my God.
Is telling. The line is telling. VMI.
Come on, Mac. You know the rule. Only bet VMI home games on the weekend.
No, the students are back for semester. They may get up for one weeknight game.
Last time they played, Western Carolina won by 34, was it? 30,
it's a new coach.
Well,
new coaching staff.
It's a brand new regime. Throw that out the window.
VMI is getting this shit done tomorrow.
They don't have Woolbright, unfortunately.
That guy, Andrew Wilson, they are going to get their first win, and they're going to win by 7. Feel it.
Money line back. Locking up the key debts. Bold.
Central Michigan line.
Moving along, we have Lafayette in West Point, New York, taking on these Army Black Knights. Army's laying 1.
Perfect line.
Last time they played, Lafayette won by 8. How they getting this number, I wonder, at the Christie Arena? Look, Lafayette's 1-8 on the road. Army's 6-2 at home. That's enough for me. Give me Army -1. What are you doing here?
Army, baby, let's go. It's gonna be a good game here. I think that they're gonna win by 2.
I still don't feel confident locking this, but give me the Black Knights at home to get it done. Moving forward, South Carolina is in Nashville, Tennessee, taking on Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's laying 8.5 points. I'll take South Carolina plus 8.5 points. Let's go. I know Vandy's 8-1 at home. Vandy wins by 2 or 3. Mac?
We're going to battle. I think Vandy's going to drill them. Off back-to-back losses. South Carolina just had their heart broken against Auburn. I think Vandy puts it on and wins by double digits.
Now we got a problem.
Dundee on the cock. All right. Vandy for Mac on the doors. All right. Next up, South Carolina upstates in Asheville, North Carolina, getting 13 fucking points. Stop it. So it was a 13-point game a year ago. Oh, now I understand. Now I understand how they got this line. I'll take upstate in the points. I can't be laying 13 here. Mac?
Yeah, I'm going to take upstate. Too many points. Asheville, they're nowhere near as good as they've been. So give me the points.
Upstate's been kind of a darling of mine this year.
Oh, I love upstate. Now, I don't like him as much on the road, but still, they keep it within 13.
Bieniek, I see you're here.
Yeah, I'm here because I have a bet. The cocktail napkin loves the Bulldogs. It has this line at 16.5. So getting a possession worth of value here. And Upstate's defense has been putrid this season so far. Asheville's offense, kind of efficient, flying under the radar still after, no Drew Pember, but
7-0 at home. They are.
Yes, correct. And that's kind of the reason why I'm jumping in here, because I think this is the weakest opponent that they've played so far this season. You look at one other comparable mid-major, low-major opponent that they played at home, Western Carolina. They beat them by 17. Their non-conference schedule was all right. Middle of the road in the country. There were mixed in plenty of road games there. I like Asheville here to open this one up.
Noah Bieniek jumping in, locking up UNC Asheville minus. I can get you 12.5 out there right now. Take that 12.5.
Well, I mean, I'll take it.
I hope you will.
I mean, I got it at 13, but for the show, I'll take 12.5.
There you go. There you go.
Would you take it?
I'd have to be your bull. Davidson is heading to Philadelphia and their favorites. Against LaSalle. My first real. Well, I haven't bet South Carolina yet, but I will after the show. God willing. I've already placed this wager. And you know what I'm doing here, Mac. I'm going with the guy that knows how to get things done. All right. Double digit dog at the Bonnies. He gets it done. Word is he's going to be wearing this exact leather jacket at the game. He's talked to a few guys. He knows Davidson has a little bit too many whites to get it done. You on this?
Absolutely. I mean, Davidson's coming in with that cute little 12-4 record on a nice little 2-game win streak. That's Philly tough right there. Let's go, Dumpy.
Goddamn right. It's just, I mean, come on. This is a guy that gets things done. I told you he eats ass. I guarantee you at this photo, you know, he looks bombed because he's probably had about 6 car bombs, 4 beers. But perfectly fine. Trust me. Drove home and made it. I do not condone drinking and driving. I'm just saying Fran Dunphy looks like a guy who doesn't give a fuck about laws. All right. I'm surprised Bieniek's not in here, and that's free money. Free money. Charleston Southern is in Rock Hill, South Carolina, taking on Winthrop. Winthrop's laying 10.5. Last time they played, Winthrop won by 19. Actually, I'm sorry, they won by 21. I can't count. Yeah, Winthrop's 11-1 at home. Charleston Southern's 1-9 on the road. I will lay it. What are you doing here, Mac?
I think I want to bet Winthrop here.
I think I'll join you.
I like what I've seen from Winthrop. I think they're even better than their 12-7 record. They do have Asheville on deck, but still, I think that they push it across, win by 15.
Double lock on Winthrop minus the points. Let's go. And you know goddamn well this guy right here. You know he drives a fucking Cutlass Supreme. There's minus 10,000. He drives a fucking Cutlass Supreme. Guarantee you. Guarantee you.
Hey, I just checked. 90% of the bets are on Davidson.
Oh, you don't think he knows that? You don't think he met with a guy? Look, by the way, I can tell you this. He still uses a real book, like a bookie. Yeah. Like he meets up with a guy down there, you know, under the bridge. He's got an envelope on his car on the dash of his car that he gives him. Guarantee you. Yeah, love that Winthrop play. Next up, Stanford is at Wake Forest. What a stupid game.
Look at this fucking mascot.
Gosh, the old Wake Forest logo, so bad.
What are we doing?
Colby, if you try to look hard enough, it looks like a gun for you.
Okay.
You like the gun logos.
I do, but this is a pretty bad logo. Like this is, I'm trying hard. I need to have another
Looks
drink.
A little like a rifle.
Give me Stanford in the points. What are you doing here?
What do we think of these West Coast teams coming back east?
I have no idea. I mean, are Wake Forest fans even showing up to this? I question their fans anyway, but like, do they even care about Stanford on the schedule? What is this game? This is a stupid game.
I kind of want to bet Stanford.
I think the money line could be live. Tell you the truth.
Yeah, I think Stanford's actually. These are even teams. I don't think Wake's very good.
Let's go.
Let's go. Stanford, hug it out.
7.5 with the Stanford Cardinal. Double lock. Next up, George Mason's heading to. Well, this line's incorrect, but
I was like, "What?"
Louisville. Yeah. Sometimes I just
actually think the line
out.
might be right. You just forgot.
It is right. It's 7.5.
Huh? See, I'm a fucking genius. In the total, I got the total right too. How the fuck did I do this and put? I don't know. George Mason is at Dayton. Dayton is laying 7.5. The total at 134.5. This to quote the chat, is a smash play. Dayton's lost 2 straight. I will lay the 7.5. I think they win by 25. This is a lot like the San Diego State play to me. Mac?
Are you a little surprised that they're only laying 7.5?
Vegas loves Mason this year, dude. Mason's like a double-digit favorite in all these games.
Yeah. Yeah. Dayton, block.
Yeah, let's go. Don't fuck this up for us, Flyers. Next up, we are going to Greensboro, North Carolina, where the Citadel is catching 17. I see 17.5 now. At the First Horizon Coliseum shit, whatever the fuck. Greensboro 6-0 at home. Citadel 0-5 on the road. Last time they played was a 15-point game, though. But I will lay it with the. I don't know. Give me the points. It's too many. It's too many. Yeah.
I don't think Greensboro gets up for this. Give me the Citadel. They lose by 15.
Yeah.
I don't want
the exact score from last year. I want to say the Citadel loses by 13. All right, they cover this. Don't bet this though. Yeah, they are, Clark. Next up, we are going to Indianapolis, Henkel Fieldhouse. What is this? What is this?
You know, lock it up. I'm not falling for this shit.
Seton Hall is catching 6.5 at Henkel Fieldhouse. 7.5 now. I see 7.5.
People love Butler, man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna kid you guys. I'll push you if you need a push, but computers love Butler right now against Seton Hall.
The computers have it like -10. All right, you can have
napkins got him at 12.5. I ain't touching this. I've learned enough lessons via you guys, third party. Fuck this.
I mean, Seton Hall beat them by 12 last time they played. That was last year.
Seton Hall's a much worse team.
Still, I'm getting 7.5 points. I have to bet this too, Mac. Let's go. Butler wins. Seton Hall covers.
Do they win?
Maybe. Yeah. Let's go. Give me the 7.5. Double lock. That game's on FS1, if you were wondering. Next up, I smell pussy. Yes, the Pussy Pack are heading into Blacksburg, Virginia, taking on these Hokies. I see this has moved up to 2.5. No. Virginia Tech wins. Get this Pussy Pack bullshit out of here. What are you doing here, Mac?
I was just seeing NC State won there last year. I think I like Tech. Give me Mike Young here. Although they are off a big win at Cal.
I like Tech too, but no bet.
Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna flip. Give me NC State. No bet. I ain't betting NC State. This game's gonna be awesome. I can tell you that.
Yeah. No one will be there. Next up, Holy Cross. Fucking Holy Cross. Heading to Lewisburg, Pennsylvania to take on Bucknell. Bucknell's laying 6.5. I think we should bet Holy Cross. Yep, I'm doing it. Give me fucking Holy Cross. Ask what you can do for your country, not what you can do for fucking Holy Cross. And sprinkle the money line. Plus 220. Mac?
I'll join you. Give me Holy Cross.
Let's go.
Oh, this is Paul. This is the Paulson Bowl. His former player coaches is the head coach at Bucknell, Griffin, John Griffin. Yeah. I mean, this is a two guys that are close. Yeah, I'm all over Holy Cross. The more and more I think about it.
Of all Colby's Dundeeisms, this might be the one that I don't get the most. Why is fucking right in front of Holy Cross? It's like religious. You're not supposed to swear.
You ever
like
been to Boston
church or anything? Yeah, I've been to I've not been to the Boston area, but I know.
Well, there's a fuck in front of everything in Boston. All right,
except for maybe in church. I don't know.
No, not even. Yeah, double lock on fucking Holy Cross.
Yeah, this is a coaching lock here. John Griffin, the Bucknell head coach, played for Holy Cross head coach Dave Paulson at Bucknell.
Yeah. Next up, this game is stupid. Cal is in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Take it on North Carolina. Tar Heels laying 14.5. Give me Cal on the points. I don't know. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Should we bet Cal?
I'm gonna bet Cal. I'm going
Let's
back.
go. I'm in.
Yeah,
I don't think Carolina's 14.5 points better than Cal. Let's go.
They're off the disappointing Virginia Tech loss. At home is a favorite now. In the road, them and Stanford learned from the first trip. They get better this time.
Next up, I like that as little parlay. Cal, Stanford parlay. Give it out there. UAB, this line's incorrect, is at South Florida. South Florida is laying 2.5. Illinois is not playing in this game. South Florida is laying. UAB is laying 2.5 in South Florida. I'm gonna lock up UAB here. I don't think South Florida is any good.
Double lock.
Let's go. Double lock on these UAB. Take those fire breather dragons. They're on fucking fire right now.
No travel here either. UAB stayed out in Florida.
Oh yeah. Next up, IUPUI. They used to be called the Metros. They're heading to Oakland, where they used to be called the Pioneers, but that was apparently too offensive for Noah Bieniek and his family. Oakland laying 10. Give me IUPUI. What's going on here?
I don't know. Is it
Bieniek?
Isn't Indy's off a 40-point win though?
That's what I was about to say. Aren't they off a big win?
I'm taking the points. There's no way I'm not.
I'll take the points too. It's a tad too much with the reputation of Oakland off of last year. Noah?
I don't fade Oakland too much. I don't have a reason to fade them here. So,
well, I gave you a reason. Why'd they get rid of this for some grizzly bears? And last time I checked, Michigan doesn't have any fucking grizzly bears. Why'd they get rid of this?
You didn't know that very golden grizzly bears aren't habitants of Metro Rochester Hills, Michigan? You didn't know that?
I know. I think I was not under that impression. I thought maybe what's that island that I always talk about that I went to? Mackinac. Maybe they get up there, they cross over, the wannabe Barren Straits.
Yeah. I heard there were a lot of pioneers in the state of Michigan too.
That I do believe is accurate. This guy, I guarantee you this, you can follow this guy to clean water. All right, Bieniek. So jump in there. We're taking IUPUI, and Bieniek is fading Oakland.
Should we bet? The more and more, I think.
Let's bet this.
I like how they've been playing. Just like New Orleans, I like what I've seen under first year head coach out there. Paul
10
Craft.
is too much.
Yeah, let's go.
Double lock on IUPUI. Next up, Richmond is heading to what is this? This is to Bonaventure, New York, where Chris Mooney and Spiders are catching 13 points.
I'll lock Richmond.
Yes, automatic lock.
The coaches know each other's.
I even think it's worth a sprinkle. This is where I know they just lost to Fran, but I mean, it's worth a sprinkle.
It's because they covered all those games to start, and everybody said they're going to cover every game. No, they're not, and they haven't even come close to the last two games. And Richmond's live, I think, here.
Yeah, I agree. IPFW is in Fairborn, Ohio. Noah, take it on Wright State. IPFW is laying 1. It all comes crashing down.
Yeah.
Wright State gets a win. Yeah. 6-1 at home. At the Nutter?
At the Nutter.
You can't just walk into the Nutter. Give me Wright State. It didn't get 1.5 right now. I see out there. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm fading Fort Wayne off 3 straight home wins here. Give me Wright State. Lock it up.
Tempting. I think I'm with you. Let's go.
It's a pick 'em. Gets the first place seat.
I see 1.5 out there. I see you can get a 1.5 right now out there on these Raiders. Next up, we are going to Annapolis, Maryland, where system play. Colgate laying 3. I will lock up Colgate -3 in Annapolis. Don't care about them being on the road, Bieniek. Come on, Bieniek, join in. Mac.
God, this is a low line too. How is Colgate done when they've hit the road so far?
No,
they're 0-1. They're 0-1. They've only won at home. I'm gonna battle and take the triple option here. Give me the midshipmen. Let's go. Navy outright.
Oh, I can't wait.
Home team. They're a home team.
These backdoor cuts are going to get you. All right. They are. You're locking this, right? We're battling. Right?
Yeah, let's go.
Right?
Give me
okay.
Navy.
We got a battle in Annapolis. Dundee on the toothpaste. Mac on Navy. Next up, the Salukis of Southern Illinois are heading into Springfield, Missouri, where Missouri State is laying 4.5 despite losing 5 straight games. What?
Wait a minute. They just played like 3 days ago.
5 straight games. SIU played them on January 11th, won by 10
in overtime.
What the hell is this, Vegas? We have to bet Missouri State.
What the hell is this Missouri Valley? Why are they playing back to back?
We have to bet this.
Yeah.
Like, why would they even have this line? Like, it doesn't make any sense. I know the Georgia Tech one failed us last night, but it just doesn't make any sense.
What was the line on Saturday? Southern Illinois was a 2-point favorite at home.
So they lose by 10, and somehow Missouri State's a 4.5-point favorite. To give you an idea. Let me see what I can pull up here for the good people out there. Back on what? I don't know. In the past week, they played UIC at the Great Southern Bank Arena, and 1,400 people were there. And I believe that to be a lie. I believe 1,400 people bought tickets. Perhaps there was not 1,400 people there. No one's going to be at this game. You can't tell me the home edge is like Vegas is telling you Missouri State's winning this fucking game. Double lock.
Yep. Missouri State. I like them. This is the one that they win.
Let's go.
They're playing back to back. Like the Valley's not like the Swacker and Miak. Like I can't believe that they're doing this shit.
This is stupid. Very stupid. We got a little Viking quest going on here. Northern Kentucky, the Norse heading to Cleveland, Ohio to take on red hot Cleveland State. Cleveland State's the line's come down 0.5 point. I'm seeing 3.5 right now. Northern Kentucky won by 2 the last time they played at the Wolfenstein Center. What the fuck is this? Give me Cleveland State. No bet. Something. Thought this would be a little higher. Mac?
Sell high. I'm locking up the Norse. They went outright. Cleveland State off their biggest win of the year at Youngstown.
Bieniek?
Lock battle here. I'm gonna buy into the Vikes now. I could be buying when
you're buying at the peak.
Might be at an all-time high here, but I'm not really buying into Northern Kentucky either. For what it's worth this season, I think they've kind of underwhelmed up until this point. So I like the Vikes here. NKU just lost by 15 at home to Oakland. I don't know how good the Norse are this year. Cleveland State's rolling. I like the momentum.
We got a battle. at the Wolfenstein Center. Bieniek on the Vikings. Mac on the Norse. All right, next up, Duke. The Bet Detectives, Duquesne Dukes. Fuck is this logo?
You should throw the Bet Detectives face on that logo.
Right on the ball, like they did on this. They put a Duquesne Duke on the basketball here. Duquesne.
Well, no, I think you should put it on the player's head because that ball logo is hilarious. It looks
fire,
like the Duke,
right?
It looks like the Duke is like hip thrusting the basketball forward. That's what it looks like to me.
Duquesne is heading to Washington, D.C. to take on the George Washington Colonials. George Washington is laying 4. I will lay the 4. No luck. You know, I don't like betting on any game where I'm in favor of G Dub. What are you doing here?
This is another sell high for me. G-Dub just had like the best week that they've had in like 10 years, I feel like. I think Duquesne beats them. They've won 5 out of 6, found themselves first-year head coach. I'm locking up Duquesne because I think they're going to win outright in D.C.
Woo! Sprinkle that money line. What are we getting here? I'm seeing this at 5.5 right now too, by the way. So... plus 190. Let's go. Love the double dribble reference, Mean Gene. I played a lot of that game. Not the greatest of games. That was the best about the games back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Played that game 10-yard fight. Still don't know what I'm doing, but I played countless hours of that just because we were trying to figure out, and it was just football. Same with well, double dribble is actually, I'm thinking of hoops. Double dribble was actually decent. Hoops was dog shit. Do you remember the game Hoops for Nintendo? Anyone out there? Either way, you know what game was good that was generic? Was golf. Nintendo Golf. That was one that was ahead of the curve. Shout out to all the NES players there. Bieniek, what are you doing in this game?
On this one, I probably picked George Washington earlier when I was filling out my picks. I don't remember actually. I was coming in here to talk old games. God damn it! Now it slipped my mind. Whatever. Max back.
Golf. I was talking about golf.
Smash Brothers.
I mean, yeah. If you're talking old Nintendo games, the Smash Bros. Games were really good. But the golf, I think Golden Tee is probably the best.
Golden Tee was great. Yeah, Golden Tee was great. And I don't even play real golf. I just I play, but I will knock down I'll knock down 10 shots and a couple beers and play some Golden Tee. All right.
Oh yeah, I love Golden Tee.
Golden Tee's fun. Yeah. Anyway, Mac, lock it up. Duquesne. Next up, we got a barn burner in the Big 12. Kansas is heading into Ames, Iowa, where Iowa State is laying 5.5. I mean, I feel like we have to lock up Iowa State minus 5.5. Mac, can you talk me out of this?
No. Kansas, when they hit the road in January under Bill Self, is when they get picked off left and right. Not only are they going to get picked off, I mean, Iowa State's better than Kansas. Iowa State by double digits, I think they blow them out.
Yep. Bieniek, you with us?
Yeah, I even look at that Cincinnati game for Kansas. It still wasn't pretty offensively. They only put up 54 points on the Bearcats there. Iowa State's got a pretty damn good defense in themselves. And you're going into Hilton. It's a bit of a step up compared to Cincinnati and UCF that have been their last 2 road games here. Cocktail Napkins got this one right at 6. But I'm jumping in because of the spot. Texas Tech, gave Iowa State all they could handle in a look ahead. And the Cyclones, they still got out of there alive. And this is the smash spot. So I like the Cyclones here.
What is best in life? To crush your enemies, see them driven before you.
Triple lock on the Cyclones. Let's go. All right, next up, we are going to Chattanooga, Tennessee, where Wofford, fresh off a big win, taking on these Mocs. Mocs laying 3.5. I will lock up the Chattanooga Mocs minus 3.5. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. You can't be fooled again. Shout out to George W. What are you doing here, Mac?
Yeah, I mean, this is Wofford's second game in 48 hours, quick turn, travel spot. This is hard not to be one of the favorite plays of the day. I think the Mocs smash them here. Let's go Mocs.
Double lock on these Mocs. Let's go. Next up, we are going to Macon, Georgia, where Samford is laying 5.5 at Mercer. Yeah, I will lay it with Samford. I don't think Mercer's any good. So, yeah, lay it. What are you doing here, Mac?
Does this line fucking stink?
It does. It does a little bit. Does a little bit there.
I'm not going to bet Samford just because of the stink. They're 4-0 in league play. They got ETSU rematch of the championship on deck. This is a tricky spot coming off the Greensboro. Beware if you want to bet Samford blindly.
Next up, Gardner Webb is in Radford, taking on the Whores of Radford, the Highlanders. Radford's laying 6.5. Radford's undefeated at home this year.
Radford's good.
Yeah, let's lay it.
Radford's basically won every game that isn't a bye game outside of I think High Point.
Gardner Webb just got drilled by 40 against High Point. Are we scared that that's a
little bit?
Yeah.
But I also just think Radford is maybe the second or third best team in this league. So give me Radford.
I'll join you. Highlanders minus 6.5. Next up, we are going to. Didn't I press this, or is my computer just tripping?
Yeah, you're good.
UMass,
No.
the Bronx, taking on Fordham. What the hell's going on here? Fordham's laying 1. Give me UMass. I love this logo for UMass. Just a Minuteman in front of a basketball. He's got a Minuteman in the other. YouTube.com/the college experience. I took this off a program from like the this was their logo in like the 60s or 70s. Yeah. A little bit better back then for UMass, I think. They had a guy named Dr. J. What are you doing here?
I'm gonna bet UMass. I'm going back with Frank, man. I think they're getting better, and they've made strides over the last couple of weeks. They were in that game at Mason, coming off the Super Bowl win against Dayton. I think UMass wins. Fordham sucks.
Yeah. I'll join you here. We're agreeing a lot today. I think that Fordham is terrible. Let's go. Double lock. Minuteman, load up that musket. Next up, we are going to Greenville, South Carolina, and I am going to jump on this one. ETSU, East Tennessee State there. The Bucks taking on Furman. Furman's laying 3. I'm going to lay the 3 with Furman. Lock it up. Going back to the well, man. There's no way. What are you doing here?
Yeah, the chat's giving you shit here. I love Furman here. Furman's the best team in this league, in my opinion. Still, they laid whatever egg that was the other night. I think they bounced back big here against ETSU. Furman by 9. Lock.
Double lock with Furman. Let's go. Can I interest you in a Furman Chattanooga parlay, a little SoCon special? For all the good folks out there.
Crazy game the other day.
Yes. Fade that crazy game. The snow game. Yeah, jump in on that. Penn State is in East Lansing taking on Michigan State. Michigan State's laying 12. Penn State, please go back to this logo. It's the Goodfellas thing. One guy going this way, the other one going the other way. Give me Penn State plus 12. Ace Baldwin plays this game. Mac?
Yeah, we started to see this in the Big Ten a little bit with some of these inflated lines. I'm locking up Penn State. Penn State kind of desperate here. Losers of a couple in a row. Sparty's been covering every single game. They got a big game this weekend against Illinois. Love Penn State here.
Love it. Love it.
5.
Bieniek triple lock?
I like the Michigan State side of things. I did not notice that look ahead there. Unfortunately, I'm on Sparty. I've already bet this, so I'm going in. Cocktail Napkin likes it too. It's got it at 13.5. This line is going down a little bit in your guys' favor, so definitely probably the look ahead spot there for a lot of the early bettors, causing that line to drop. But I just think both of these teams play similar styles of ball. Penn State wants to be a little scrappy. Tom Izzo's teams have been scrappy for 2 decades, maybe even a little bit longer. I think Sparty at home against, if they don't have Ace Baldwin, it's one of the least talented teams in this league. I think Michigan State's going to be able to open it up.
We got a battle.
All righty.
Dundee, Mac on Penn State. Bieniek on Michigan State. Let's go.
And for those wondering, it is down to 11 in this one, so it is moving down. The chat's talking about it.
I see 11.5 on DK, but
right.
Yeah.
Shout out DraftKings promo code SGP.
It's Maryland and Minnesota from the other
night. Florida Atlantic is heading to New Orleans. Battle of the Birds, I guess. Green Wave, I guess, counts for a fucking pelican. I don't know. Man, I'm just gonna take Tulane. I think they're the hotter team.
I think they're better.
I do think, like, I'm just burned by that push the other night.
Yeah, but I mean, they still won. Now they're getting points.
They're playing good ball, man. They're playing good ball. Should we?
This is like a line like that. Dusty May is still at FAU, in my opinion. Maybe they'd be laying like 4 or 5. Who's FAU to be laying points on the road?
Did Tulane just dump the Gatorade?
They're hot, man. I've been talking about them. They've been playing a lot better ball.
Yeah.
Don't you fade the coach though when he goes into the student section and starts dancing?
Nah, he always does that shit. He does weird crap. Remember last year he tried to fight Penny? Not fight, but like he joked about it. Like he's always doing crazy shit like that.
I'm not gonna bet this though, because
get FAU out of here. They're way overrated.
Tulane's won like 5 of 6, I feel like, and that one loss was a game they had a double-digit lead in against UAB.
Is he on the hot seat? That's my.
He is too.
I think he's still. I think they're fighting for him because I think he's on the hot seat.
I'm gonna stay away, but Moneyline Mac, lock it up. The Green Wave +2. All right. We are going to Monroe, Louisiana, where Troy is laying 12.5 points against ULM. Give me the points. What are you doing here?
I'll lay with Troy. Is it Monroe off a win?
No, I thought they lost, right?
No. Yeah, they almost.
I watched it. Yeah, they almost won. They did almost win.
Those are Super Bowl. Lay it.
I'll take the points, but no bet. Georgia State. It's crazy. Georgia State used to have different colors. They just completely went from red to blue, and no one was offended. But Texas State is laying 9.5. Should we bet Georgia State? Let's bet Georgia State.
They've been chippy. They've won 3 in a row. Is this a sell high though? They just won 3 straight home games. Now they hit the road.
Who the fuck is Texas State? I'm betting this.
All right, I'm off.
Give me Georgia State plus the points. 9.5. You with me?
No bet. I gotta see him do it on the road.
Give me that 9.5. No one's gonna be at this fucking game. Next up, Utah is in Fort Worth, dude. I was thinking about this all day today.
Great. Hey,
we have to take Utah money line. Yeah, Old Mountain West. We have to take Utah money line, right?
Yeah, they haven't won a game in league, but I think they can make shots. And I think TCU, I think it's TCU BYU all over again. I think it's a rock fight, comes right down the wire. Sprinkle some on the money line with Utah. I think they have a chance to win this game.
I'm with you, man. When I was building this, I was just like, dude, this has to be the play. This has to be the one. TCU's being overvalued. Utah on the money line. Next up, Georgia heading into Knoxville, Tennessee, taking on Smokey and the Vols. Tennessee's laying 11.5. I'm seeing now. Man, it's a big number for a top 25 ranked team.
Yeah.
6-point game last time they played. Tennessee is 9-0 at home at the Thompson Arena, or whatever the fuck that thing's called now. Give me the points. No bet.
Tennessee played like ass on the road last week. I'm locking up Tennessee. I think they come back home, smash Georgia, win by 20.
Moneyline Mac, lock it up the Vols, -11.
Get right.
All right. West Virginia is heading into Houston, Texas, catching 17 points. Dude, we should bet WB.
Mm-hmm. Too many. West Virginia's been out on the road. Houston's covered basically every single game. I think the Mountaineers going to hang in and lose by 10.
Let's go. WB plus 17. Let's go.
And we play super slow. Limited possession.
Double lock there. Let's go. Next up, Southern Miss catching 11.5 in Mobile off of a win. I think we should bet South Alabama.
Let me dive back into this one. The Curbelo experience. I'm going to stay away from this one. Give me the points. No bet. I don't want to bet on Curbelo.
South Alabama just got they lost to Old Dominion.
Yeah, but do you think they're going to bounce back? And I thought that they were a fraud going into that game.
They are frauds, but I think Southern Miss is even more of a fraud.
I kind of want Southern Miss.
I'll take South Alabama, but I'll stay away.
You talked me off the lock. No, I don't want to. I don't want to bet on Curbelo. It just is not a fun experience.
Next up, Murray State's in Chicago taking on UIC. UIC laying 1.5.
Fucking Murray's oddest.
This is a good game, man. This is a good game right here. Give me Murray.
I love this Murray State logo too, by the way.
Yeah. Murray State has all fire logos. Whoever does their work over there, good work. I feel like every logo they have is fire. Give me Murray. I don't have strong conviction in this one. I just want to watch this one. What are you doing here?
I am going to bet on UIC. I think that they should have won the game the other night against Bradley. They beat Drake at home. Murray's won 3 in a row all of a sudden, 3 out of 4 on the road. I like this UIC team. They're chippy. Give me UIC at home. Let's go. Lock it up.
Yeah, I forgot they did lose at the buzzer, right?
They should have won that damn game. They
All
led
right.
the entire
All right.
game.
All right, I'll join you.
I don't think they're a fluke.
I'll join you. UIC. Double lock, -1.5. USC, you need help with the logos. Next up, Indiana State's taking on Bradley. What's this line? I see it actually. Bradley -8.5. I'll lay it with Bradley.
Yeah, no bet for me here though. Bradley's been kind of playing with the food a little bit.
Well, they scored like 52 points a game, dude. So it's tough to lay 8.5. So that's why I'm not locking it.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Next up, Cincinnati's in Boulder, Colorado. Buffs are catching 2.5 at home. You don't need the stinking points. Give me Colorado on the money line against this phony Cincinnati team.
Watch him go down to Buffalo.
Let's go. Lock it up. Battle me. Battle me.
It's a guy out of
Buffalo.
Back.
I'll battle you. Give me Cincinnati. They get in the win column tomorrow night.
Cincinnati needs to go back to the Conference USA because that's where they belong with their shit program. Noah, that goes for football and basketball. Yeah,
I saw some people earlier in the YouTube chat talking about Noah's meatloaf parlay, Noah's meatloaf play of the day. It is a parlay. I'm going to talk you guys into going over to DraftKings, promo code SGP, and we're going to play an SGP, a same game parlay in the morning when this line comes out. Cincinnati's going to come out like a house of fire, right? They just scored 40 points against Kansas. They're probably going to come out with a purpose and want to, play with some passion. And I still believe that they're a good team. They're still very defensively
oriented.
Oriented. Thank you, Mac. I think they win the first half. But I think they exert a lot of energy, and the second half goes to Colorado. And I think Colorado wins the game. So, same game parlay, Bearcats first half, Colorado money line, full game. That's the play. Lock it up.
My head is exploding right here. I don't even know how to respond. Where's my Lou Holtz?
It is a perfect non-correlated parlay that's going to spread out.
I don't get brain man cold, but they're counting down 7-6-5.
This will be like plus 140, I bet, and yeah.
Folks, Bieniek just broke the show, I think.
Yeah, if you want me to go a little bit deeper, Cincinnati in the second half of these last 3 Big 12 games, -4 in score margin. This season, Colorado top 100 in the second half score margin. So I think the Buffs, they take control in the second half.
I am with you. I just don't know even how to play this battle. So, Mac, do you have anything to say regarding the first half?
I think Cincy controls it. They're desperate. I don't think that they're as bad. I think they're going to make some shots tomorrow. And, Cincy by double digits.
I can't find anything on my soundboard that would make sense for for this play, perhaps. But how about this?
I like to fade Tab Boyle again.
How about this?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you how the goddamn score comes out. 2 points right there. There's your goddamn score. Goddamn cats crawling up trees. 5 times 5 is 25. Fuck this place. Fuck it.
All right.
That's all I got.
It's just Garrett Bieniek away.
We have some form of a battle here, but
he's on Colorado.
Yeah, it's weird though. He's like He's all over the place here. Buffs. I'm on the Buffs. Phoenix sort of on the Buffs. Mac is on Cincinnati. Yeah.
Old Bieniek.
Next up, Pitt is heading to Saudi Arabia, where Pitt is laying 2. I actually think Pitt's probably the play here.
It should be. Florida State's fucking terrible. How are they 11-5?
I think we should bet Pitt. I think.
I ain't go. Fuck them. Give Florida State no lock. I ain't betting on Saudi Arabia.
Is this a little stinky though, Bieniek? If I bet, it's a little stinky, right?
Yeah, it is. Cocktail Napkins only got Pitt -1, but I think it's a golden spot for the Panthers if they're gonna be a legit team this season. So,
gosh, okay, I'm diving in.
And for what it's worth, I have my computer fully rebooted. It blue screened like 5 minutes before we were going to go live today. So I have Twitter up and I have the East Carolina first half under and then a crazy Auburn fan that the people need to see. So
not the first half under though. Wasn't that the game under?
Yes. The game under. Sorry.
Yeah.
I meant to say half court buzzer beater to ruin the under.
Yeah.
Brandon's smoking fucking dope. Hit the Final Four team my fucking ass or a bubble team.
I'm going to dive into the stink here. Give me Pitt -2. I just don't believe in Saudi Arabia State. You know, Pitt gets it done here. They have to. Saudi Arabia State
battle. Give me fucking.
Yeah? Fantastic.
Yeah, talk to you, dude. Come on, Avetta. Your fucking Seminoles better come through for me.
We got a battle in Saudi Arabia. Dundee on the Pitt Panthers. Mac on Saudi Arabia.
That line makes no sense. I can't believe they're not like 6 points.
Someone was asking about how the Saudi Arabia. So Florida State was really broke recently, and then one day they woke up and they weren't broke. Do the math. If you know some people that are affiliated, they made a little trip to I don't know what the hell is their capital.
Dubai.
No, right?
Is that the United Arab Emirates?
Yeah. Inaccurate, I believe. I believe that's inaccurate, but I could be full of shit here. I feel like I know the capital, but I'm just drawing a blank. Anyway, they
Riyadh.
Yes, Riyadh. They came back with a bunch of money, and then they went undefeated in football when they took every transfer from Alabama and a few other schools that were big time. So they were the first school to go to Saudi Arabia, as far as I know. Now I think there's a few, but that's the name there. Illinois State is in Des Moines. This Cardinal looks super fucking jacked. It's goddamn. Who is that right there? It's like fucking Corey Maggette. It's Corey Maggette taking on this fat ass Drake Bulldog. Corey Maggette against who is that? I don't know. I'm just I feel like every time I throw Brian Reeves out there, but I feel like this kind of fits again for Brian Reeves. I don't know. I'll take Maggette though. Give me what? This is a big number, but Drake at home. Drake at home.
I'm locking Illinois State.
Yeah, I'll take the points.
Drake's been leaking a little bit here lately. I think that they overplayed in the non-con. Now they're in the Valley gauntlet here. McCollum's first time through. Give me Illinois State. I think they're live in this game. I think it's a hell of a game.
Yeah, Big Baby Davis was the correct answer there for Drake. That's Big Baby Davis against I don't know, Corey Maggette or someone. You could even say fucking LeBron or something. I don't know. I'm with you. Give me the 9.5. I'm not going to lock it though. You're on your own. This Drake team's proven to me they're capable. When will I Mac lock it up? The Redbirds plus 9.5. I know Big Baby Davis is in prison, but he was also at Patty C's apartment in the past couple of years. I shit you not. That's a good story. We got to tell sometime. Next up, Rhode Island is in Chicago, taking on Loyola Chicago. Ramblers are laying 5. I see 5.5 right now.
What is this
line? I gotta take. Actually, you know what? Isn't Loyola Fire at home? No, give me Loyola. No bet.
I think the line says that. I mean, Rhode Island's off an overtime win. Loyola fringe lock. I think the line is telling that it's just.
Actually, we should.
Let's go. Let's take it, Gene.
Double lock on these Ramblers. Let's go.
I can't wait for this next game. If it's the one I think it is.
Oh yeah, it's that new ACC. SMU.
Another one I'm thinking of, but this game is fucking great.
SMU is heading to Charlottesville, Virginia, and they're laying 6.5 points.
We should bet SMU. Is Virginia even playing anymore?
I'm not going to join you, but I'll take SMU.
I just think Virginia had all the luck for so long with Tony Bennett, all those close games, and I think it's run out because Tony Bennett's not there anymore.
To fit your point too, this is Virginia traveling back from the West Coast too.
Yeah, I'm gonna lock up SMU. They're gonna fucking drill them.
Moneyline Mag, lock it up. The Mustangs of SMU. All right. Next up, we got Omaha. Red hot Omaha. Look at Denver's old logo, by the way. This might be was this done by a kindergartner? What's going on here? Omaha's laying 4.5.
Undefeated Omaha.
They're red hot. What is this line? What the hell is this line?
This is the spot for Denver. This is the fucking spot.
What's our money line here? Plus 170.
Yes. Omaha's won like 10 in a row. They're kicking trash cans or throwing trash cans.
Their videos are going viral in the post games in the locker room. Them kicking trash cans. They're on a program long, like in history, winning streak right now. It comes crashing down at altitude against Denver.
This might be my favorite play of the day.
I like it. Yeah. Do we have a triple lock here?
Yes. Denver.
I did not realize I was going to bet this game coming into it, but now triple lock on these Denver Pioneers. Phoenix Denver Pioneers.
And they're off the Jackrabbit win too. Of all teams, like that's been the class of the league.
Bieniek, we should parlay Colorado and Denver in a little color. Yeah, let's do this. These state parlays are really, these state and city parlays are really working out over here.
Count me in.
Let's go. Next up, Purdue is heading to Seattle. What a stupid game. Purdue's laying 7.5 against Washington. Give me Washington.
I can't pass this up. We got to take Washington.
Yeah, we got to bet this, right?
Purdue don't know how to get all the way out to Seattle. They got those staples going out west. They've been fucking drilling teams at home at Mackey, feeling themselves. Washington and Danny Sprinkle all day, baby.
I actually agree, but I don't want to watch it. Double lock on Washington plus 7.5. Yeah. Let's go. Next up, we have a good one. The Red River Shootout on the hardwood, Texas.
Losers.
In Norman, Oklahoma. Oklahoma's laying 2.5. I'm locking up OU. Lay the 2.5. This Longhorn bullshit out of here. Mac?
0-3 versus 0-3 in the SEC. Oh man, it just means more here with these guys. I'm with you. I think Oklahoma beats Texas. Texas has actually owned this series recently. Rodney Terry's never lost to Oklahoma until tomorrow night, and that's what you get for not fouling, worrying about your cover. You're going to get blown the fuck out tomorrow. Rumors
double lock. Clark is right.
Hot seat game.
It's true. Very true. Final game on the card. Utah State is heading to Vegas, taking on UNLV. Utah State's laying 4.5. I will lay the 4.5 with Utah State. Fuck UNLV. UNLV does get up like once or twice a game, a season. Yeah, but I'll take Utah State. Fuck UNLV.
I mean, Utah State's who they got on deck, just out of curiosity.
Utah State has Nevada on deck.
Nevada
but it's in Logan. UNLV actually has San Diego State on deck.
Yeah, but they're not going to overlook Utah State. I think I still want to take Utah State.
Yep, I'm still going to take.
They've been good. They've been better on the road than at home recently.
UNLV's trash. Line's a little stinky though.
Yeah,
I'll bet it though if you want.
It's a standalone game. That's why I'm asking.
Oh, that means we have to bet it. Okay.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go Utah State.
Utah State minus 4.5. Let's go.
Yep. UNLV fans don't fucking show up.
Yeah. All right. Best plays of the night. That's our slate. I'm just gonna lean into that. I like Chattanooga and I like Furman. Those are two of my plays right there. For 3, I will take UAB, and I'm going to give you a fourth play. The fourth play. Give me Utah. And 5th, Oklahoma. Bieniek, you ready? Mac, ready? Fire. Somebody.
I got 5 ready.
Okay.
Iowa State was my favorite against Kansas.
Shit, that's a good one too.
Yeah, they're the best team in the Big 12, maybe in the country. So Iowa State makes a statement tomorrow night. Love Dayton at home against Mason.
Love that one too. God damn it, that's 7 for me.
Love Chattanooga.
Do the whole show again.
Yeah. And then I got to throw a dog in here. I got 4 favorites.
The dog is Utah, buddy. Utah. Denver. Oh, I like that too.
I like Denver a lot.
Yeah. Bieniek, what are you doing here?
All right. So favorite play of the day is Denver. Have faith in it. They're winning this game outright. They are automatic at home normally. And Omaha, they're riding in at an all-time high. It's about to be an all-time low. Let's go Pios. Number 2, I like that wacky same game parlay. I think Cincinnati starts out hot, but I think they crash down in the second half. Colorado wins the game. I like Colorado's spread for the full game, but parlay the 2. Cincinnati first half money line, Colorado full game money line. That's how I think that game goes. Number 3, Iowa State minus 5.5. I think Mac said all we need to say on this one. Fourth play. Let's do Cleveland State and 5 Michigan State minus 10.5 there.
There we go, folks. Give Noah Bieniek a follow on Twitter at NoahB77_ Moneyline Max on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. I'm on Twitter at the Colby D.
Did
you guys see this during the day?
Yeah, it was fantastic.
I had it on mute, so no.
Look at this kid.
I'm just trying to explain to y'all what it means when the number 1 team comes to your arena. You're at home. What does it mean for you guys to be number 1?
It means
everything for Auburn to be number one. You know, we're out there for days, camping on the cold, hard concrete just to watch America's best college basketball team come in here and run the floor wherever they're playing. Let me tell you, Auburn basketball.
Oh, no, is it lagging? God damn it. My damn Wi-Fi. This guy was fired up in this little coconut bikini, whatever. Sorry, guys.
In here.
I apologize.
No, you're good.
Wi-Fi.
You're good.
They got the heart, they got the will, they got the want to go out there and beat everyone that they play against. All right, now let me ask you this. Hold on, people. So they say we in the jungle. So when I tell the jungle to go crazy, they should go crazy, correct? Oh, we don't just go crazy. We go certified insane here in the jungle. All right, let's test this out. Test this out. Is this the jungle? Sound like this might be the jungle, people. Better tune in.
Shout out to him. He's sounding a lot like this.
Get my limousine, ride on 85, get my Learjet, woo, and take off to New Orleans. You got to New Orleans. If you're watching right now, I'm 42,000 feet. Easing on in. Because in several hours, woo, I'm going to walk that out. Look at as only the nature boy can look. Oh, so fine. I'm not even going to tell you. It's going to be JD on my left and Mary on my right. But I'm not telling any of you which one of my robes I'm wearing till I get there tonight. The bottom line is big dust. If you got the butterflies, don't feel bad.
Look, what's up?
I will plug before we get out of here. If you're for some reason not watching these great college basketball games tomorrow, I mean, Kansas, Iowa State is going to be going on at the exact same time that we're planning on doing this. But ACC baseball preview kicks off the conference previews. We're doing the high majors beginning tomorrow night. So 7 Eastern if you want to watch live, but it'll be there for the entire month. It's evergreen until the season.
There we go. Myself, Noah Bieniek, and company.
Yes, sir.
You'll check it out.
The new co-host tomorrow.
Yes, the college baseball experience. Check it out, folks. Looking forward to that episode myself, even though there is hoops on at the same time. It's going to be tough. Make sure you give the college basketball experience a follow on Twitter as well at TCE on SGPN and youtube.com/the college experience. Tell a friend, sign up. What are we doing over here? Till next time, folks, this is the college basketball experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
Vietnam, LOB, Brooklyn, my brethren on the other side, pay respect, give a call, let them know I'm stepping on their turf, so no misunderstanding come amongst us. Commission made the rule, who should live or die, and if I violate the code, I just might get found on a desolate road, but that just happens to a sneak thief. Me, I'm the chief of my conglomerate, 5 deadly venoms, I promise this, match a manpower, make the quake like bombs blowing up in Kuwait. And if a cat up on those seas team, fuck on my bed, I ask a favor of the laws and send them out to slay red. I said I'm talking red times, crimes, and trying to lump these with pockets and sleeves, lift the dip and get greased. The copper please, they freeze like rain in the breeze. The dead rabbit plug ugly, Scottish ass on the squeeze, got you on the home base, pushing daisies and shake. Better watch what you say, cause dropping times don't pay. In a 10-cent city, yo, the lords don't play. It's the XDOC, the everlasting decay. Ain't nothing changed since the feds came. Still got me running fucking numbers out the same game. It's all game, we ain't playing. This is mob life, what you think it was? Cause too late to do the mathematics on addicts went downtown to pay off. The undercover cop made it hot on my block. Take the calls from the rooftop. I heard the investigation, seen the blue van with the man. Now I'm in deep shit. The talking truth is wrong, man. It's all man. War on the underground, bosses in charge. Back to square one to organize my shit. Just my family, outside of the bar. Bodies being thrown out the car. If they start with this mafia shit, word these rats, yo, they placing their last bet on the horse that lost, that nobody's winning, of course. Where the gangsters go on.